Hi, I'm Jim Doughty, and this is Capstrats, the week that was. Almost every profession has to follow at least one natural law. If you're a cook, it might be thermodynamics. If you're an athlete, it might be conservation of momentum. If you're a pilot, it's gravity. Well, this week we found out there's more to gravity than meets the seat of your pants. A group of scientists was able to observe and measure something called gravity waves, a century after Einstein predicted they would. Now, in marketing, we have a natural law we have to follow too: supply and demand. If something is scarce, people pay more for it. What if there are funny ripples running through that one too? One way to make waves is to create something to be scarce in the first place. Take a guy from Brooklyn named Patrick Horton. After last month's big snowstorm, he built an igloo in his backyard, and then he listed it for rent on Airbnb. Now, the site took his listing down in about 6 hours, but not before he'd gotten 5 offers to rent it. Then the Art Institute of Chicago created a bedroom for rent that's a replica of a Vincent van Gogh painting. They put that on Airbnb, and at $10 a night, they can't keep up with the demand. Here's another ripple on supply and demand: cultivating scarcity as a brand attribute. What could be more routine than buying groceries? Well, if you know anybody from Central or Western New York State, you know that region has given birth to 2 religions, Mormons and Wegmans. Believe me, I married into a family that used to live there, and this is no laughing matter, but don't take my word for it.
I turned to my mother, I go, "You really ought to think about moving out to California with Billy." And my mother, without a drop of irony, said, "And leave Wegmans?"
Now, Wegmans has announced plans to come to our corner of North Carolina, and trust me, the Research Triangle is nobody's idea of a food desert. We have plenty of supermarkets, we have all the big brands, and the grand opening of a big new store is practically a daily occurrence in this area. But because Wegmans has built up this mystique as a rare thing that not everybody can have, this one has become news. They haven't even signed a lease yet, but a local TV news crew went out to file a report from the empty lot where the store's going to be. When you're selling a commodity, like crude oil or feed corn, the law of supply and demand operates pretty much on its own. But when you're trying to be or do something special, natural law sometimes needs a little push. That doesn't mean lying, and it doesn't mean spin. It just means positioning yourself so that people can see the unique and memorable value in whatever it is you have to offer. It's all about the waves you send out. I'm Jim Doughty, and this has been Capstrats, the week that was.